Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand, you and me. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart.
Hey guys, happy Vlogmas Day 21. For today's video, I thought I would do my top 10 favorite Christmas movies of all time. But before we get into that, let's start out with these advent calendars. Alright, so starting out with the 12 days of skincare. I think we're on day 9, which is up here. It's a little skinny one, so I'm interested to see what this will be. This is a 𝐵𝐲𝑚𝑎 creamy jelly cleanser with licorice root and green tea. It's supposed to hydrate and brighten your skin. So the one yesterday was a skin scrub. I think this is a skin cleanser. It doesn't really smell like anything, so. Moving on to the chocolate liqueur. We are on day 21. What's down here? Y'all. Another one. I'm not eating this, so I don't think my sister's gonna eat it since I made her eat the one yesterday, but we'll see. We'll see if I can get someone else to have that one. All right, moving on to my top 10 Christmas movies of all time. We're gonna start out strong with number 10, and that is Die Hard. So the age-old debate about this movie is whether or not it's a Christmas movie or an action movie. I'm one of those people who consider it a Christmas movie because the only time that I ever really watch Die Hard is around Christmas time. So in my opinion, it's a Christmas movie. And I personally, like, if you guys know me, I love action movies. I love anything with Bruce Willis in it. So it's no surprise that this would be on my list of top 10 favorite Christmas movies to watch. I do watch it every year. I love this movie. It's just like the right amount of action, with just a little sprinkle of Christmas theme throughout the movie. And I just think it's an overall good movie, and it's a classic for a reason. Moving on to number 9, I'm gonna pick Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, but I'm gonna choose the 2020 animated version. I know there's a bunch of different versions of The Grinch, so I really like the original Dr. Seuss cartoon movie, The Grinch. That's the one that I watched when I was growing up. That's the one that I have the most nostalgia towards, just because I had the book and I watched the movie a lot as a kid. I did not like the live action version with Jim Carrey. I was actually watching that the other day with Justin when we were doing our gingerbread houses, and I guess as an adult I like it a little bit more because I understand some of the jokes now, but I'm just not really a fan of that type of humor. So it's very like sarcastic humor. As a kid, I just didn't really like it, and I preferred the animated version a lot better. But I do really like the new animated version from 2020 that they did, and I really liked the soundtrack to that movie, so that's why that one's coming in at number 9. And I just think that like every holiday you have to watch some form of the Grinch movie, whichever one you choose. But my favorite is going to be the 2020 version, and that's going to be movie number 9. Coming in at number 8 is another movie that I used to watch a lot when I was a kid, and that is Home Alone. I just feel like that's a really iconic movie to watch every holiday season. It's just a really lighthearted and fun movie to watch, and it doesn't matter how many times I've seen it, the booby trap scenes always make me laugh. Coming in at number 7, we're gonna have Santa Claus is Coming to Town. So as you guys know, I never believed in Santa, but I loved that movie, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, because to me, Santa Claus is Coming to Town was kind of like his origin story. So That's why I really like that one. And I try to watch it every year because who doesn't love a good origin story? And at number 6, going on with the same theme of those old school 70s classic movies, I really liked The Year Without a Santa Claus. And the main reason I liked this one was for Heat Miser and Snow Miser. I just really liked the concept of those two arguing and manipulating the weather. But I also liked a lot of the songs that came from that movie in particular. Like, I know Blue Christmas is a big one. And then, you know, the Miser Brothers song. And I feel like there's one more from that movie that I can't think of off the top of my head. But those two movies I feel like are really neck and neck for spots 6 and 7 because they had great songs and they were just wholesome and they remind me a lot of my childhood. Coming in at number 5, I have The Santa Claus. You guys are fellow Disney kids growing up. You know how big this movie was and how impactful it was growing up. And it also is a trilogy, so you have the Santa Claus, you have the Santa Claus 2, and then you have Santa Claus 3, the Escape Clause. And I just feel like all 3 were really good and they were heavily promoted on the Disney Channel when I was growing up, so it was just kind of always in the forefront of my brain. Moving on to number 4 is surprisingly a brand new movie that just came out this year, and that is Falling for Christmas. So this movie is a Netflix original starring Lindsay Lohan. And you guys, I love this movie. I'm a huge sucker for those Hallmark movies where the big city girl goes home to a small town for the holidays and like always ends up with the small town guy who like teaches her the true meaning of Christmas. And I feel like this Netflix movie hits all of those check boxes. And it also has Lindsay Lohan in it, who I've been a huge fan of ever since I was a little kid. I loved The Parent Trap, Freaky Friday, Mean Girls, Herbie Fully Loaded. I used to watch all the time. Like, I just love Lindsay Lohan. Naturally, this was a movie I had to watch, and it did not disappoint. It was like it was like the right amount of cheesy, but it was also super funny. And I'm not gonna spoil too much because if you have not seen this movie yet, I highly recommend that you go on Netflix and you watch this one tonight. All right, and for the top 3, I also have like relatively new ones in my top 3. So coming in at number 3, I really liked that animated movie Klaus. I'm not sure if it's a Netflix original, but it's definitely currently on Netflix, and I really like this one. This was like a cute movie about a kid whose father sent him to like the middle of nowhere, like the North Pole kind of, to deliver mail. And in order to, you know, come back and regain his inheritance, he had to deliver a certain amount of letters. But this town did not send letters. And the two sides of the town completely hated each other and were at war. Gets the kids to write letters to Klaus, who is the Santa of this movie, and he delivers them presents. And it just makes him a better person, and he's able to hit his quota for letters delivered and also save the town and kind of bring it back to being a happy, positive place to be. And I just thought it was really cute. Coming in at number 2, I have Jingle Jangle. Okay, I'm starting to realize that a lot of these movies they're on Netflix. So you can see kind of what I do during the holidays. I kind of just sit around and watch Netflix. But Jingle Jangle is a musical that is on Netflix, and it's about a toy maker / inventor who gets his invention stolen and who just kind of gives up on his joy of inventing and the spirit of Christmas, I guess, if you will. And with the help of his granddaughter, he's able to like solve the mystery of what happened to his stolen inventions while also regaining that spark and that like excitement for inventing and creating things. And it's a musical, and all of the songs are so good and so catchy. If you have Netflix, I definitely recommend adding this one to your watch list as well, especially if you like musicals. And then, of course, at number 1, we have This Christmas. This movie, my family and I watch every single year. We watch it multiple times a year, and it just never gets old. It's funny, it has a great cast, and I definitely recommend. All right, guys, so those are my top 10 Christmas movies. I will have the full list down below in the description box, as well as where you can watch it currently as of like December 21st, 2022. If you want to watch them this year, you can. Yeah, I would love to know what your favorite holiday movies are, so make sure that you leave them down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure that you subscribe and that you hit that notification bell so you never miss another episode. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Oh, oh, oh. Da, 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 oh, oh, oh. Da, 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 oh, oh, oh. Da, 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 da. Making our Christmas memories.